St Mirren beat Celtic to win the League Cup, and what an outstandingly excellent performance and win for St Mirren, who ultimately deserved it in the end. I thought Celtic were just terrible, especially in the second half. Thought the game basically went like this. St Mirren started really well in the first 10-15 minutes. They were by far the better team. After that, the first half, Celtic came right back into it. I thought they actually played pretty decent football. Uh, Pretty good stuff all in, but they just felt a wee bit short. Iheanacho came off injured, and I thought that really downgraded Celtic when Kenny came on. I thought Iheanacho was playing pretty good up until he got injured yet again, and the St Mirren in the second half were just dominant. Played their own football, played their way, and didn't let Celtic play with the way they wanted to play. And even if they did, Celtic didn't really seem to be doing anything in the second half anyway. Promising, that even looked slightly threatening, to be honest. First goal for St Mirren came in 90 seconds, believe it or not, and this was just from the first corner of the match, and what an actual great looping header this was. Corner in, the guys, as I said, great looping header, slightly off the post, 1-0, 90 seconds. St Mirren on their way to the cup, but Celtic bounced back at the 22nd minute, basically 15 minutes later, 20 minutes later even. And this was a very solid volley from Hatate, who I thought had a very poor game, barring that goal. I thought he didn't do any pick-up play when St Mirren had set pieces, and he just a wee bit sloppy in the ball. But he did score a great goal, though, as we said. It was a solid volley and decent ball in. And then that's basically it for the first half. St Mirren actually went 2-0 up. And about, can't remember what minute it was, but they had a really good chance, but just slightly wide. Second half, St Mirren go 2-1 up, 63rd minute, and this was a great delivery in, and it was another header, beating Kasper Schmeichel, and a very good goal as well, as we said. But this is by far the best of the four goals, as St Mirren won 3-1. This is an absolutely amazing, over-the-top through ball from St Mirren's own half. The guy runs through the whole Celtic half, basically unmarked. Some Celtic players pushing him down slightly, and then as soon as he's in the box, he plays in a delicious final pass straight through to Ayunga, who got a double, and great goal as well. This is by far the best goal. Jamal George, the St Mirren keeper, I thought he had an excellent game as well. He did make a couple of good saves, it has to be said, and it's really looking bad for Wolf Nonce, who you loses 3 games in a row. That's never happened. I don't think any Celtic manager ever has lost 3 games in a row. Even 2 games in a row is bad, but to lose in 3 different competitions in 3 games in a row is just crazy to think about. When he came in, Martin O'Neill was like, you can't remember what they were saying, but he had an 80-odd percent, 80-something percent win percentage, and Wolf Nonce has 0% in 3 games, which is embarrassing if you want the truth. And if he was a manager of my club, I would be absolutely fuming at everyone, the players, the manager, the board. I would say it's more the players and the manager's fault, to be honest, though, because how can the players perform so good for Martin O'Neill, but as soon as a new manager comes in, they just turn it off like a lot, like extreme amounts. Like that shouldn't happen. You usually get a new manager bounce. So yeah, I would say it's definitely the players, but Nonce, to be exact, is just putting on too much tactics too soon as well, and he does take a lot of criticism, especially. But the players and the manager is the most who need to take the most accountability for that, not the board. The board need to take accountability if they don't get it right in January, and then they'll need to take a lot of responsibility. But we'll see what players they get then. But congratulations, St Mirren, who stopped Celtic's cup final, just winning every cup final they basically play. It seemed like, what was it, 23 out of 24 or something like that. Cup finals that Celtic have won previously, and St Mirren stopped that. So fair play to them because they played their own way and they played it very well, it has to be said. So congratulations to them.